What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back, and I'm smashing scrubby dubbies left and right on the map carrier. And I want to go ahead and welcome all the people that might have come from Woody's site or have found me via thanks to YouTube helping me on the front page or whatever. I've had a large influx of subscribers recently, and if you have, welcome to Intense Camping Productions. What we do is we camp very intensely. But the idea behind this was about the Intense Camping Productions was basically I developed a style that Blame Truth and Excalibur made real famous, and that was to basically rush up to a spot and camp. And yes, it was derived from these two, but I actually based my style along a guy named iBlessed. He doesn't really do videos anymore, but he's still a massive fucking beast. He is a KD monster, but he camps a great deal more than I do. And I get only use my blade in my face. But yeah, you should check out iBlessed. He did a Call of Duty 4 Road to Commander, and that thing was amazing. But he did not play any fucking objective whatsoever. It wasn't until Modern Warfare 2 that I actually started playing the objective, and that's actually when I met Woody's Gamer Tag, and we met Onslaught, and we actually got the whole Huppet crew together. That's when the playing the objective actually started to matter to me, and now I have a very impressive win-loss in the previous 3 Call of Duties. And it's something I hold myself in high regard. And I also would like to thank everybody that comes and follows me on Twitter before my win-loss as well, because I find some of the coolest and strongest players I've ever met, and most of my friend list comes from my Twitter parties. For those of you who don't know, I generally invite people from Twitter 2 or 3 times a day, and I don't really look at stats anymore, but generally people that come in my party and do well generally get invited back if they want an invite back. And people that consistently do it end up getting on my friends list itself. That's generally how you get on my friends list. If anybody's out there that's actually wondering about that kind of thing. I usually don't use the stock on the XM8. Let's go and talk about the XM8 a little bit right here. Not the fact of the gun, but the fact of why I'm using it at this point. I'm on the road to Diamond Assault Rifles. I know I'm not going to be the first with Diamond Assault Rifles, but man, these things are hard to get. And the hardest thing about them was, most of the time, if you use the reflex sight or anything other than like the EOTech or the target finder or the ACOG, you had tons of sway. But recently, the latest patch from Treyarch kind of fixed some of that, so you could actually use other sights. But I decided to use the EOTech in the stock because I like to keep it fresh, I like to keep it up, and by doing that, it keeps the game more fun longer for me. Like, I can't stand using the same weapon over and over and over again. I don't see how people go there and play with the PDW-57 every game of the day that they play. I can't do it. I mean, I like the PDW-57, don't get me wrong. I think my favorite submachine gun is the Scorpion. The reason the Scorpion is my favorite is because you hardly ever see anybody use it anymore, and it's kind of unique. I always like the unique weapons more than anything else. I like a weapon that has character over the weapon that has, you know, multi-function. Get my only use me blade on right here. Ugh, backstabber. But I always like a weapon that's unique, and I think the only, well, let's say it look at it like this. In World at War, I love the M1A1 carbine. Big surprise. That's the rifle everybody went to. It was a great rifle, but I didn't like using it with the extended mags. I liked using it with the red dot. Why? Well, it was unique looking, and it kind of caught people off guard. Same thing with this game. What is my favorite rifle on this game so far? Take a guess. Take a guess. It's the SMR. Yeah, the SMR. Big ups to anybody who actually caught that. I love the SMR. I don't know why I love the SMR. I just like the way it looks. It's not the greatest weapon out there. It's by no means an overpowered weapon, but it is a cool-ass weapon when it looks. I mean, my favorite weapon to actually use, or a weapon I would go clutch to, would probably be this weapon. Even after the nerf, the XM8 is really, really good. The only problem I have with the XM8 is it pretty much needs extended mags, because after you kill 1, maybe 2 people, that third person is going to be tough to kill. You're going to have really good aim to kill that third person. And I find myself in trouble all the time trying to kill that third person, and it's always a constant reload. It makes you want to use primary gunfighter just to use fast mags, but there's something I've found myself running into. There's so much shit I want to use. One of my favorite combos on this game so far is the bouncing Betties and using Scavenger to just randomly throw them out there, especially if I'm playing a objective mode like this one, I will randomly throw out like a bouncing Betty in lines in areas I know they're going to spawn, and it'll get me kills all day. I got some videos coming up later today, or maybe even later this week, where they're on hijacked. I got 2 really good hijack games coming up, and you'll see me use this technique where I just constantly throwing Bettys out. You see me use it in the flawless game I got just the other night, where I'm constantly throwing Bettys out and they're getting lots and lots of kills. It's a very good tactic. But I also hate giving up toughness. Toughness is a very good perk. And hopefully one day, Treyarch is actually going to fix the sound, and I want to use awareness as well. So there's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to have to give up to basically use the 10-point system. And I think that's the uniqueness with the 10-point system. You can't be a jack of all trades. And like I said, you have to give up the slow reload and stuff like that. It's like, what do I want to defeat? But we all know this. What are some of the setups you guys like using that's really off the wall? I mean, are you the guy that wants to run around with the 870 shotgun, or you're that guy that wants to use the 1216? I haven't seen anybody use the 1216. Those guys are the cool dudes, the guys that use the weapons that nobody uses. The 1216 is a good shotgun. Why isn't anybody using it? Why don't anybody use the tack insert with fast hands? Fast hands is a fucking fantastic perk. You never see it. I don't know. What's the most unique setup that you find success with? And share it in the comments below. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And always remember, have a nice day.
Friendly UAV inbound. Friendly lightning strike inbound.
It's mine! It's mine!
What's up, hater daters? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back bringing you another audio commentary with the flow, flavor, and style that only a motherfucking pimp can bring you. And I got some fucking evil shit to talk about today. Alright guys, it's been a while since I actually just got to sit down and talk to you about a commentary and just get shit off my mind. And one of the things that's been on my mind recently is basically capitalism. And what is wrong with capitalism and why it's just getting to the point where it's just so confusing. It's just designed to keep you down. Let's think about it for a second here. How do presidents get to become a president? When you were in kindergarten, you'd always hear that bullshit. What is that bullshit line? Everybody say it with me now. You can grow up to be the president. What they forget to tell you is that you only get to grow up to be the president if you are born into a rich family, or if you have a silver spoon in your mouth, or somehow you find a way to get the dick of a multi-billionaire into your mouth. That's the way it works. And the whole world is worked off on kickbacks and stupid-ass legislation. Let me give you an example and why this is, in using this example and why it's bad. Mickey Mouse. Ooh, Mickey Mouse. Walt Disney created Mickey Mouse, or Steamboat Willie, as you will, way back in 1928. 1928. So from 1928 to 2012, Mickey Mouse has been under copyright. And why is this bad? Well, it's not bad for the people of that, but the fact is Walt Disney's dead and fucking gone. I mean, Mickey Mouse is under copyright almost his entire life. He made all the money he could possibly make off Mickey Mouse, and now people that took his company over are continuing to make that Mickey Mouse money. Or you go, Wings, well, he made Mickey Mouse, his company should keep it up. You're right, he should. He should have all rights to use Mickey Mouse until he fucking falls into the ground. But here's what we don't get when you have Mickey Mouse. You don't get a slew of new characters. Think about it. When is the last time Disney's actually introduced really good new characters? When was the last classic Disney movie coming out? Obviously, you can say Toy Story. Toy Story, in my book, was the last classic Disney movie, even though that's Pixar, which is a subsidiary of Disney. But you don't get to see characters every day. If you force stuff into the public eye, just imagine what the industry would be like today if Mickey Mouse, anybody could use him. Just imagine the copyright was gone. You had your little bit, and now Mickey Mouse, anybody can use them. Let me show you this flipped on another genre. Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza came out with that 5-5-5 deal. You get 5 pizzas for $5. You get 3 pizzas for $5. Yeah, it's just 3 pizzas for $5. Had a little brain fart there. But they came up with that deal, and they had that patent for about I think it was either 5 or 10 years. And then once that patent died out, you seen all the other people pick it up. And that was to the consumer's benefit. You know why? Because the consumer didn't have to eat Domino's no more. They could get 555 at Pizza Hut. They could get it at Papa John's. They could get it anywhere they wanted to get it. And this, in turn, made Domino's have to come up with another production to compete against the own production they put out themselves. This actually made them innovate. You know, one of the things I loved, I think I grew up in the golden age of video games. And the reason I think I grew up in the golden age of video games wasn't because I say I grew up in the golden age of video games. Is because when I was growing up, I could go into a movie store, and there would be 70 to 100 different games I could rent. Not all of them would be good. Some of them would be stinkers, and a lot of the channels on YouTube nowadays are based along the stinkers. But the fact is, there were 70 games there. There was different companies trying to outdo the big companies. For every fucking, Rainbow company, I forgot what the name of it is. It's like JLG or something like that. No, that's a man-lift company. But every company with a rainbow, there was another company that was just trying to basically, tap into the waters. And they would pop up left and right. It didn't take 200 people to make a game because they were worried about money. Nowadays, when you walk into a store, you see nothing but sequels. I mean, sequels have been out all the time, and people love sequels because it gives you characters that you can remember. But the fact is, sequels, they get on your nerves, and that's all you get. If you go into a video game store right now, you're going to have 4 or 5 Assassin's Creeds. You're going to have 10 Call of Duties. You're going to have 3 Mass Effects. You're going to have, 15 fucking Maddens. I mean, and that's going to take up probably 60% of everything on the shelf. Games like you don't really see anymore because everybody is scared to be that Reckoning Kingdom of Alamor. I don't know if you guys remember that game. It's a game that a state actually took a risk and pretty much pushed the game through with the money, and it kind of flopped. But it wasn't a bad flop, but it didn't make all the money that they put back into it. And people are scared to be that because games are such this big production nowadays that people expect so much out of them that nobody's willing to take a chance and make a subpar game in hopes that it hits on a low budget. I'm running out of video here, so let me just go ahead and give you the best example I have on how this copyright and laws are pushing and making companies lazy, opposed to wanting to keep the easy money in their pocket, opposed to, constantly having to innovate, constantly having to game change and keeping stuff fresh. All right, movie industry. Way back in the late 90s, early 2000s, Mapster in the movies getting bootleg was fucking everywhere. The companies were making commercials before the movies. They had people up there on the screen that's like, I'm a lightings guy, and if we don't make $15 million a movie, you're putting the guy in there that doesn't make the $15 million. But the fact is, you're paying $15 million for a guy to come into the movie and act. Why not cut his salary first? But instead of actually innovating like they did later on, they fought a war with Napster, put people in jail, sued people, destroyed servers, destroyed websites over and over and over again, and they just kept popping back up because it's what the public actually wanted. Instead of tailoring to what the public actually wanted, which was, streaming movies, downloadable movies, iTunes and stuff like that, they fought against the change. So instead of going straight over to, if you guys want to download the movie, here's a service where if you pay, you get really high quality download and you don't worry about viruses. No, they decided to put people in jail because they couldn't really innovate. And it took them 10 years to get to that point. Past that, it's a slow-moving wagon. But all we need to see is innovation, people. I miss innovation. I don't want to see another remake of a movie, Hollywood. I want to see you take a chance and write on somebody's story that they actually come up and hand you. I want to see a first-person shooter game that's not based off Call of Duty or Battlefield or anything else. I don't want to see any more franchises. I want new video games. And when I say new video games, entirely new video games. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption. Tell me what you think about this, and I'll check it. What's up, dudes? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and today we're going to talk about map awareness on the map carrier. This is the game mode hardhead. I'm using an XM8 with the dual mags, and this is a 21-ish kill streak run I have right here in this gameplay, and I think 15 or 16 of them are actually gun kills. And let me go and talk about the opening route. We're actually going to talk about the opening route from A to C, which this is Hardpoint, but A to C is a reference from Domination to kind of let you know what side we're on, because I don't really realize what teams are what on this game. The funny red, Fusro Da tag down there, that's what we are. But the very first base on carrier on Hardpoint is the broken or burnout Harrier in the middle. And what I like to do is I like to do what I want to call a curl around. And you'll see right here, I actually curled around to what this is called a launch pad next to the C chopper. And the reason I do that is, one, most people are going to do this. They're going to spawn on the C flag. They're going to run straight to the Harrier. And if you run straight to the Harrier too, you're in a clash. And generally, a clash doesn't work on this game. The reason it doesn't work on this game is because of lag compensation, and it's very unreliable in that term. So you want to engage people when they're not looking at you. So I found going up and around behind this little shield right here to my right, and around the big old, God, I don't know what the hell that thing is, the big thing with all the tires on it, you'll find that you can constantly pick people off as they funnel into the Harrier. And by the time you get to the C domination point, you can flip them back over onto the other side, which I don't know what that's called. I've always called it the fucking, Christmas bunker. Because it has like the Christmas lights on top of it. But as you see right here, same thing. And it's just all about map awareness at this point. What you got to do is you got to realize Harrier, stealth bomber, C flag, Christmas bunker. That's pretty much the hangout there. So if you can control the team, you can put them exactly where you want. If anybody's ever played carrier for any length of time, you'll know that this launch pad is the devil's advocate when it comes to snipers. You don't want to give the enemy team the C area or like the chopper area, because you'll have to deal with, snipers just clipping the shit out of you off that launch pad. So it's best to keep them out of that area as much as possible. That's another reason to start this map off with the wraparound. And a lot of people might say, well, what about the objective? This is something that you have to do with generally, you have to rely on other people. That's why you have other people on the two. I'm not telling you to ignore the objective 100%. There's never a game where I ignore the objective 100%. But sometimes, if you feel this role needs to be taken, or if you feel like you're constantly getting killed by that launch pad, take this opening route I just showed you and push that way. This little bunker interior of the ship near the stealth bomber area where I'm hanging out right now is a very good area for doing what we're doing, because it keeps them on the A spawn. And why do you want to keep them on the A spawn? Because A spawn has pretty much no cover coming out of it. You'll see me keep jumping back up on these Harriers and scoring these kills, and there's nothing they can do about it. Actually, when I start to die, it's because I go to the A area. The A area is death and doom on this map. Why is it that way? Who knows? But death is death and doom. As you see, I come over here to try to help them out with the objective, because, I want to play the objective. I do. And I'm like, where's this guy? Where's this guy? Oh, they got him. So I come over here. I switch back thinking, oh, we're in the A area. They're going to have that launch pad. I don't want to get sniped. So I switch back and I come back around to try to take the safe route out. And lo and behold, boop, there's a dude right there, comes up and kills me. But that's the thinking behind that. Do the wraparound. Get the C area protected. Once you get to the C area, you have 3 hard points that you can keep in that C area protected. You have the middle Harrier, which is easier to clear once you get the C area, because you have a more open vantage point to it. You have the stealth bomber, which is the second one, another very easy cap and objective if your team can stay there. And then you have the C flag hard point itself, which is another easy cap. And then the only time you could actually have to break your kill streak or anything like that is that little Christmas bunker area, or the command room, whatever the hell people want to call it. And that's where you're going to get your deaths at if you play it unsmart, or if you run into like something like I just ran into there. Hopefully this will kind of show you that where the power positions need to be on carrier. You probably could just let that entire a bunker flag go if you wanted to, and just work on these other 3, because as long as you can control these other 3 points and they can have nothing to do with it, that giving them that little area won't do nothing but prolong the game. That's in my opinion on the map carrier. It's very centered around who can have that chopper area. If you can keep that chopper area to the interior ship area covered, which is very easy to do because they have a lot of really good, post up power points on it, you can have a winning situation. If you found this video helpful, always leave a rating. If you could, please check out my other videos today. You can find them in the video response section below. And always, please leave a comment. It helps me out tremendously. Thank you for watching. It's been your boy, Wings of Redemption. What's up, fellas? It's your boy, Wings of Redemption. And I wasn't going to do a video today, but I just seen the new GM truck, and I have to comment on it. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I was a GM guy from 2002 all the way up to like 2011. I mean, I just recently got into Fords and when I bought my Ford Limited. And the reason I went to Ford instead of General Motors again was mainly because of my size, my belly. General Motors trucks just didn't fit me anymore. Christine I can still drive Christine because it's an older design truck. But the newer General Motors trucks, what they did is they lowered the gauges and brung them forward an inch, which basically cut into it since they didn't make the cab any bigger. So it actually limited even more space in between the seat and the steering wheel, so it gets harder for a bigger dude to drive. And Ford actually has 6 extra inches on their cabs, so Fords are 6 inches bigger on the interior space than Chevrolet. That's one of the main reasons I switched over to Ford. And I know not everybody's into this truck talk, and I'm sorry, and let me apologize to begin with that if you're not into truck talk, but this is like having a wife that can't drive. You like my channel, you like my commentaries, sometimes you're going to get truck talk, and it's just what's going to happen to it. And I want to talk about why General Motors is fucking up, because they're not listening to the consumers. What General Motors is doing, they're heading in the wrong direction. We gave all this money to bail them out, and they keep tweeting about it. I remember I harped on them tweeting about, taking people's pensions and jobs away and saving themselves money. You literally cut somebody's pension and retirement away, and you tweet about it. Like, yeah, between pensions and blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, that's cold-blooded stuff. Somebody might have worked their whole life for that pension. You took it away to save money. It's ridiculous. And then I was really excited for the redesign of the GM trucks. For those of you who didn't know, the GM full-size trucks redesign today, which is the Chevrolet Silverado and the GMC Sierra. They get redesigned at the same time. And these things are horrible looking, dude. I can't list you pictures right now because people are paying money for the pictures, but I can give you the link to a site that has the pictures on them. It's gm-trucks.com, and that's on the front page. You'll find them, and these things are horrible. They look like they got uppercutted in the jaw. That's exactly what happened to this truck, and the interior is blocky as all get out. And let me go ahead and talk about the EOTech 3 engines that they released. Basically what they did is they retook the 4.3 Vortec, the 5.3, and the 6.2 liter, and they basically redesigned them all for direct injection and dual overhead cam, which allows for variable timing, which will in itself will increase gas mileage and put out more horsepower, but with that being said, it also increases upkeep. Because dual overhead cams are a little bit harder to upkeep than a single overhead cam push rod, design that the original 5.3 is, like Christine has. She has the original 5.3 to put out 285 horsepower and I think 335 or 340 pounds of torque, something along that ballpark. And I think they ended up getting the push rod 5.3 all the way up to like 315 horsepower with like electronic fans and all this other stuff. But regardless, they put a new 5.3 out. I don't remember if I caught the numbers of the horsepower. I don't think I caught the horsepower numbers on it. It might have it on that ad itself, but I did catch that they put it direct injection. They did change it over to dual overhead cam. Here's the thing. Here's the big thing. Alright, new designs are fresh. You are going to sell new designs. Somebody is eventually going to like them. Everybody likes something that other people find ugly. I might not like the truck, but I really wanted this truck to be good. I did. I really, 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 really wanted this General Motors truck to blow Ford out the water because I'm still a General Motors guy at heart. Hell, I own 2 General Motors and 1 Ford. I own a Tahoe, and I own a Silverado, a 02 Silverado. And I love the way the Tahoe looked. Hell, I didn't even mind the Silverado of this generation because of just the grill. But like I said, between the dash and, you know, this, in the shitty trim level, if you got anything other than the highest trim level Chevrolet in the last, from 07 to 2013, it looked like a fucking work truck on the interior, and I could not stand that. It's one thing that pushed me away from Chevrolet to begin with, is that their work truck-like interiors. I understand that trucks are supposed to be work trucks. I understand that. But at the same time, I understand that you don't drop $38,000 on a mid-level truck and expect to work in it the entire time. People take their wives out to dinner in their truck. People, you know, have their buddies in their truck. They take the people to office dinners in their truck. They try to impress people with their truck. And it's not just a 100% let's go to the pig farm or let's go hunting kind of vehicle. If you think that, you're sadly mistaken. It has the ability to do that, but trucks nowadays generally sell in crew cab formations, mainly because they can support families and families can use them, and they're multi-purpose vehicles. That's why you buy a truck. If you just bought stuff just to haul stuff, you'd buy a van. You'd buy an Econoline van. Trucks is just like a jack-of-all-trades vehicle. That's why so many of them sell in America. And Chevrolet has been trying to keep up with Ford to the point it's ridiculous. I expected when this new set of trucks come out, they wouldn't just revamp the damn engines they have. I guess the V6 is all new, but because it's like a 4.6 now. But the 5.3 and 6.3 are just added-ons. They're not revolutionary to evolutionary. I think that's the term that they use. Basically, they just took the standard truck, stiffened the frame up a little bit more, and threw the worst fucking body you could even imagine onto that thing. I mean, I've seen concept designs from fans that look better than the actual product that we got sitting in front of us. And that's not even comparing axle ratios. I don't know if you guys realize this or even care what an axle ratio is, but for a truck guy, it's a huge difference. There's a huge difference between a 3.08 axle and a 373 axle, or 411, or right on, 455, right on down the road. And it all depends on how much you tow and haul and stuff like that. A 308 is a highway gear. It's a really long gear that pretty much lets you get better gas mileage going down the highway because it takes a long time to go up through the gear. So it uses less. It stays in the it takes it longer for the RPMs to go up. Whereas like a 373 is a short gear, which is really good for instant power, instant pulling, and keeping you in the power band. Whereas it takes a lot longer to get to the power band with a longer gear. Chevrolet has been selling these trucks with 3.08 gears in them for years, and the reason they do that, it allows them to get that 15, that 16 mile city, and get that 18, 19, 20 miles to the highway. Whereas I'm driving a Ford F-150 right now with a 355 in it. Will smoke the fucking dog shit off of any Chevrolet on the road right now. I've beaten a 6.2 with a 3.5 liter V6, and it doesn't sacrifice actual ratio to do it. It doesn't have to. It's better engineered. And like I expected them to scrap the 5.3. One of the reasons I didn't buy another Silverado along with the belly thing was that the 5.3 was still there. It's like, man, I have a 5.3. I don't want to go buy another truck with the same engine in it. It's not like, if I wanted to buy a truck with the exact same body style and the exact same engine, I would just keep the truck I have. It's paid off. If I'm going to buy a new vehicle, I'm going to buy something that's, fun, new, exciting. If you're not excited about the vehicle you're buying, you shouldn't buy it. You know why? Because it's a fucking huge investment. And when you have these huge investments, you want to be happy with it for like 3, 4, 5, 6 years until that bitch is paid off. You want to be happy with your purchase. You don't want to get something and be like, well, at least it's dependable. That you don't want to do that. You'll be unhappy in the long run at that end. You want to get in your truck 3 years from now and be just as happy as the day you got in it on the lot. That's the goal when you go to buy a car. That goes around the board, whatever you buy, whenever you buy. Don't worry about what the output is. Don't worry about the horsepower. Don't worry about the torque numbers. If it fits you and you're very happy with it and you're proud of it, that's the indicator that that's the vehicle for you. But General Motors is dropping the ball. Yes, they added dual overhead cam. Yes, they added direct injection to the 5.3. And yes, the horsepower numbers have probably jumped up 50 horsepower. I don't know what the horsepower numbers are right now off the top of my head. Or I haven't even learned them yet. But, wow. These shits suck. They do. General Motors, you dropped the ball. Period. Yo, 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 word to your motherfucking mother. It's your boy Wings of Redemption back bringing you another beast and slaying and the motherfucking ridicule of an enemy team. It's an embarrassment of an enemy team that I got put on the other team against. The damn people should be ashamed of the way they play. What's up, dudes? It's your boy. And I'm back and I'm bringing you audio commentary today. I'm using the XM8. And I want to go ahead and give you guys a little update on where I'm at with the Diamond Assault Rifles. Well, right now, the XM8 is finished with 100 headshots. That makes it, I've finished every gun but one gun with the 100 headshots. And the way I'm basically doing it, and the best route that I found to basically get the 100 headshots for it, because I know they're a bitch out there, and some people are actually out there probably trying them just like I am, just going hard as the paint. This is just my method for using it. You can use it if you want to. You can find another way. But here's the way I'm going to go about it. The 150 kills. This is the big part of the Diamond Assault Rifles. The headshots are just more of a preliminary. You gotta do it. If you use them, you're gonna get it. Generally, I aim high anyway because I like going for the headshots. That's just a sniper in me. But most people don't realize, oh my god, Wings used to be a sniper. Well, yeah, I went through that stage too. I went through that sniping stage where everything I wanted to do was sniping. But that's not what we're about. What we're about. The way I've been doing it is I've been getting the 150 kills. I find it very tough to go for the long shots and the double kills and the bloodthirsties. What if I get them during it? Cool. But I'm not gonna like set out to go for long shots because I feel like I'm gonna use the assault rifles during the entire life of this game. And I think the biggest part of it was getting through the headshots for me. And getting through the 150 kills. Once I get that, I feel like the Diamond Assault Rifles are going to be like maybe 2 or 3 days away at that point. Because getting stuff like Bloodthirsties are really easy for me. I mean, I pretty much get at least 1 to 3 Bloodthirsties every game. I mean, I'm not trying to say like I'm a good player, but it's just the way it happens. I mean, if I get a good game and I lay into a team, 1 or 3 Bloodthirsties are generally what's going to happen. But I also have questions about the Bloodthirsties. Here's some of the questions. Well, I know one of them because I answered one of them the night watching my brother play, and that was, does getting kills with like nades or C4s and things like that affect towards your bloodthirsty on your weapon? Which it doesn't. I know that for a fact. And the way I figured that out was my brother was actually going for his gold pt.5 today, and I was watching him, and he got it, but he had to get 6 kills to get it, and he's like, wow, where's my gold at? And he picked that 6th kill up, and he's like, yep, the C4 kill didn't count towards it. So it's got to be 5 kills with your gun. It's not really a bloodthirsty medal. That's just the way they have it worded. What it is you got to get a 5 kill streak with your gun. My second idea is, do they stack? Like, if, for example, if you go on like a 15 kill streak, is that considered 3 5 kill streaks with your gun? Since technically that's a ruthless medal, but it's not really ruthless. I mean, but technically it's the equivalent of 5 bloodthirsties. I don't think it works like that either. Because there have been certain times, for example, like the Ronin camo, I basically got a double spray and then I picked up the triple by accident. Because there's so much time in between the double and the triple spray. It's such a big window there. It's easy to get triple kills. And if you get the triple kill, I know it does not give you like basically the double kill standard that you need for the camo. And I don't know, I think that's kind of messed up. I think they should reword the way it's put out there. I know there's like something on the SMGs that you gotta get revenge kills and bullshit like that, but I don't know. I mean, revenge kill, that's stupid as well. What do you guys think about these headshots? I think the headshots are one of the main reasons I've been so into this game. I love the headshot fucking challenges. I mean, it's been Call of Duty 4 was the last time they had really, really good headshot challenges. And I remember going for headshot challenges on World at War. I remember I was so proud of myself when I got those when I maxed every sniper rifle out with the max headshots. And it took me a while to do it. The reason it took me a while to do it is because I did it in Search and Destroy. Like, I would play nothing but Search and Destroy. And I remember why I played nothing but Search and Destroy, and that was because it was more of a real sniper scenario, and that's what kind of got me into it, because I wanted to snipe, but I wasn't good enough to snipe in a TDM setting. Like, I would get like one kill, and the guy would like come up behind me. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna make it count. But God, my mind just wanders off the places. Like, when I was actually thinking about that, I was thinking about, man, why is Betty so fucking good and C4 sucks so much ass? How could they make the C4 work any good? I mean, they need to make them be able to throw. Wouldn't that be pretty cool to throw the C4? But the fact is, not C4, I'm talking about Claymores. Claymores. I mean, there's really no reason to use the Claymore or the Bouncing Betty in this game. I guess you can't dodge the Claymore, but the Claymore kind of can get just ran through with the Bouncing Betty. I don't know if you can lightweight through it. Whatever. Diamond Assault Rifles, what is your opinion? Do you think they add longevity to the game? Do you think they should add more camos and maybe put some challenges in with it? I do. I hope they add a lot of camos, like 16 of them. Maybe have to go up to like 400 headshots on an assault rifle. That would be fucking fun. Keep the game fresh and keep the secret camos coming. Maybe not even go up the do like that. Maybe make it go so you get 250 headshots each weapon. You get another camo somewhere down the road in Elite. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption. Audi 5000. Peace. Alright, this is like my take 85 on this. So I'm just going to tell it raw one time. And I'm not even going to try to bullshit you. There was a shooting today, and the shooting was horrible. And what's going to happen is they're going to use the shooting to lobby to take more rights away from America with gun owners. And it's going to be a huge, huge ordeal. But let me go ahead and explain to you why laws will not change a damn thing, and laws would not prevented this to begin with. Because a person killing other people is breaking a law to begin with. There's speeding limits in every road, pretty much every road that's paved in the United States. Does that mean that every person that sees those speeding limits is going to abide by it? No. There's still going to be thousands upon thousands of people every day that goes faster than that speed limit. There's going to be people that go faster than that speed limit drinking. 2 laws being broken. There's going to be people that go faster than that speed limit drinking and running into a family, killing 4 or 5 people. But should we outlaw cars? Should we? Cars kill more people than guns ever have killed. Period. I'm dead serious. More people die in a car wreck a day than they get killed by a gun. And we don't outlaw cars. You know why we don't outlaw cars? Because cars are a tool. When you get into a car, you know that car is there to get you from point A to point B the most efficient way possible. When you pick a gun up, you pick a gun up for 2 reasons: recreation and survival. That's the only 2 reasons you ever pick a gun up. Either to go practice shooting or to survive because you have to shoot. There is that third option, which we've seen today, which is basically to hurt and maim others. And yes, a gun is very good at doing that. But my point is, if a person really wanted to hurt people, he's really going to do it. I think I made a video about video game violence. And in that video about video game violence, I stated that the worst school killing ever did not use a gun. Hell, it didn't even have TV. He used pipe bombs. And people say, oh, you wouldn't have readily access to a bomb. You're stupid. I can make a bomb capable of blowing a house up with $10. I'm dead serious. You can go to Lowe's and get everything you need to make a bomb that's capable of leveling a pillar in a school. I'm not going to tell you the ingredients, but you can do it. It's not that something that you can stop. If people want to kill people, they're going to kill people. And if they don't have something like a gun, they're going to go the next step up. Look at 9/11. They used a plane, killed 3,000 people. Look at the Oklahoma City bombing, killed hundreds of people. Look at all the other, look at the train bombing, the London bombing, the suicide bombers. Look at the IEDs. What would have stopped that man from putting an IED in the trash can in that school? Have you ever seen an IED? Go to livelink.com and look up IEDs. You'll see how bad an improvised explosive can be. The real moral of this story isn't that we need more gun laws, because guess what? Laws only matter to people that are afraid of laws. If you're suicidal and you want to kill people and you've given up on life, a fucking gun law isn't going to change that. A fucking gun law isn't going to do anything. What's to say you don't break into your neighbor's house who abides by every little strict gun law he has, steals his gun, and then goes and shoots up a school? There's nothing to stop you from there. And you're doing nothing but making it harder for people that follow the rules to follow the rules. That's all you're doing with gun laws. That's it. I've never met a person that has a gun that pretty much has any desire to go on a mass murdering spree. I've never met one personally. There's people out there, trust me, there is. But the fact is, they're so rare that you can't let one bad apple ruin it for the rest of the barrel. And that's what this case is, and that's what it's going to be. Your opinions? What's up, dudes? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, back bringing you another glorious victory up here in YouTube land, smashing motherfucking newbies left and right in Black Ops 2. Best Call of Duty I've played in a motherfucking while. Don't know why people are bitching about it. This game is fun. Not talking about this in the commentary though. Just wanted to put that out there. Stay tuned. I figured I'd go ahead and drop you some objective gameplay today, because I don't really have too much to bitch about. And I figured it'd be really nice. I think this is actually one of the games that we were getting followed the other night. Anybody that's ever played with me on Twitter will know that I have this tendency to get followed by random people that just come into the lobby. And I think there was this guy named Hide Soda. I mean, he followed us for like 16 games or something like that. So if you see the same name in a couple videos, I'm not boosting or anything. Some people just follow me. It's what it is. They just follow me. I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, actually, it used to piss me off. It did. It used to piss me off something fierce when I would get followed in game. Now it's something that's almost comical. It's like, this dude is still here. What is it? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The two dudes in this lobby right now are two followers. They are like both. Well, Rothschild joined. He joined. He's not really following me. He just happened to get in the lobby with me. But he stayed in this game. It's like he is the most determined person ever. Like their entire team would be like, book this shit. But not them, dude. They will drag a game out. So let's go ahead and cut off a little bit to actually get some people back into the game for them. Let's do the page loop. It's almost like Skyrim. It's like, oh, a page loop. Transitions for the motherfucking win. This is, we basically played, I don't know, where'd the game jump from there? It was like 8:20 to like 6:40, so like 2.5 minutes we had to play versus two people. Kind of sucks. It kind of affects the overall score at the end of the game, but I felt like I did pretty good this game all the way over. I did pretty good this game all around. It's not the most B score you'll ever find on YouTube, but the fact is I don't put these videos up to show off B scores. I put these videos up to share gameplay experiences with you guys. So, and this gameplay experience was Rothschild and Hide Soda. Big ups to Rothschild and Hide Soda. You actually made my night that night. I don't know if you know this, Hide Soda. It was just so fun. Just he actually left at one point, and we invited him back into the game, and because he's like, he finally got to the point after like 16 games of like, all right, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm done. You know, I'm not crapping Thunder no more. Please stop. And it's like, come on, dude. You got to stay in the game. We just got warmed up on you. And I know it might sound like we're assholes right here picking on one guy when we have a full team, but he did end up beating us a couple times. He ended up joining a couple games, and I think he got like a 3 or 4 man party on his side, and we ended up losing to him a couple times. And you know, it was all right. We weren't running the strongest team ever that night. And I don't always run the super strong teams. Like, I try to keep 2 or 3 strong players on my teams at all time to kind of give me the edge and kind of tip the win in my favor. But this game, one thing I like about it is it never gets to the point where it's like, is the win in the bag when I'm looking at what map we're picking. In previous Call of Duties, I was so sure I was going to win. Winning was never even in consideration. It wasn't like, oh, can we beat these guys? It's more like, how fast can we get these guys trapped? And like, I like the way the matchmaking system's set up right now. It's been tuned down a lot. And like, it kind of pains me to see like people go out there and trash their stats to play like the worst of the worst. But I never trash my stats, and I still am playing players now that they're not as good as the players I played when the game first came out. Be it the players that I played when I first came out were really good at Call of Duty and they kind of slacked off now. Be it they maybe downturn the skill-based matchmaking system. I don't know. I have no direct line in with Treyarch. But the people I'm running into now are a lot easier than the people I used to run into. But like, and even again, like I see a lot of people unhappy with Call of Duty, and it's mainly this come from Twitter. And it's like, dude, the target finder's not that bad. I mean, I've never got killed with the target finder and thought, man, he wouldn't have got me without that target finder. It sounds more like an excuse than anything else. I mean, like, could it be that you made a bad choice? I mean, I could see if you got knife lunged. I could see if you got headshotted when it was like 1 bullet. I could see if you shot a guy 9 times on your screen, he turned on you. I just can't see a target finder. I don't know. That's just not me. Beast gameplay led the team 22-7. That's like a 3 KD with like 5 caps and 7 defends. What do you guys think? Peace. You know what my favorite word in the world is? Well, at least my favorite word to say? Catmandu. What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back smacking some haters with some diamond-plated goodness. Look at this thing. Isn't it sexy? The diamond-plated FAL. I have finally gotten these bad boys, and man, this is a month worth of grinding. Everything I got was legitimate. There was no boosting involved whatsoever. Everything happened in a game that was public access, and you can just see it over and over again. But legitimate diamond assault rifles, I have them now. I can actually enjoy them and actually get to enjoy the fruits of my labor for using them. Because right now I have an entire assault rifle tier that's almost fully prestiged out that I can just use, and I get to explore and just use whatever the fuck I want. All the silencers are there, all the millimeter scanners are there, all the target finders are there. And I wanted to go and show you this class. This is something I've been using recently, and I kind of adjusted it around a little bit. This I've had a little set up a little different. This class is set up as a hardline, flak jacket, toughness scavenger, target finder with the adjustable stock. And the adjustable stock is fucking fantastic. Actually, no, this is lightweight, not hardline. I have lightweight flak jacket. And the lightweight and adjustable stock is fucking fantastic. You can see right here. You can just zip in and out between the enemies so quickly. And with the target finder queuing in on him and taking away that little lag you might have in between where you find somebody or spot them, you can basically dominate people. Like, look here. Boom. VSAT. What is it? Will it be like a minute in? VSAT. I mean, it's not the fastest VSAT in the world. But on the opening run, that was a VSAT run. And I'm using the sentry gun as well, as long as the lightning strike. Kill streaks are irrelevant. But normally I would not even attempt to do anything without hardline, because for me it's a little hard to get some of the kill streaks. To get some of the kill streaks consistently. So I felt like hardline was needed. But I've been using this flak jacket lightweight class, and I've been loving it to death. I love how fast you can move that with the adjustable stock, and it might be my new favorite thing. But it also kind of like shows off part of the 10-point system that is like, because like I want to do the primary gunfighter. Actually, I am doing the primary gunfighter at this point. Actually drop toughness. And it might seem stupid, but I find that the weapons that are like semi-auto or like 3-round burst don't need toughness as much as weapons that are fully automatic. like the lighter damage weapons, such as the M27 and like the Type 25. Those weapons, I find toughness is almost mandatory because they have such a low bullet damage that you can't really get the bullets off to kill them. Whereas the stronger weapons, such as like the SCAR, the FAL, or like the accurate weapons such as the SWAT. I consider the SWAT a high damage weapon, even though it's 3-round burst. It doesn't seem to affect them as much, mainly because their shots are so close together. Like the AN-94, you could probably get away with toughness because of the fact that it shoots so fast at the first two bullets. So the first two bullets are going to hit regardless, and the third bullet might end up in their head if they flinch with toughness. I know Sergeant Merrill did a very good video on toughness, and I'm actually going to link that video in the description below if you're actually wondering what toughness does for you as a gun class. Because for a while there, I thought toughness was so pivotal to this game that you couldn't play without it. And anybody that knows me, I use Scavenger almost religiously. I love the Scavenger perk. I mean, mainly because I like to stay alive. That's the whole bee's knees sheboygan of it. I love staying alive. I don't like dying at all in Call of Duty. And anytime I can avoid dying, it's helpful. And I also like using the weapons I pick. That might sound odd to some people, but yeah. One of the things I've also wondered, I wonder what like a silencer is going to be. Like, it's been a while since I got to use the SCAR H, since the SCAR H was the very first weapon that I actually got the gold camo for. And I did that because I felt it was going to be the hardest to get. So I'm going to go back and try a couple different styles probably later tonight with the SCAR H. Maybe like a silencer, adjustable stock, and things like that. Because I want to kind of integrate the silencer into my game. Because it's always been a big pivotal part. And like since Black Ops 2 came out, I kind of dropped the silencer from my repertoire, mainly because it was so far down the assault rifle unlock. It's like the 12th unlock of like 17. And sometimes you just don't get them, and once you do get them, you kind of forget you're using them because you adjust to a whole new style altogether. But I'm wondering how much different the silencer is going to be. I'm also probably going to start integrating Ghost on some of my classes, especially in Hardline. I've gotten so used to using Flak Jacket, mainly because I used to play Domination almost exclusively, and Flak Jacket is a key cornerstone of Domination because you got to stand in such a high traffic area where you're going to get stunned and, fragged out of your damn ass. So what's your guys' opinion on the assault rifles? I'm going to do a video a little bit later this week. Actually going to go over them since I have well over 1,000 kills at every assault rifle, and I can pretty much use them all very well since obviously I got diamond with them. So you gotta put a lot of time into them. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption. This is a really cool gameplay I got with the adjustable stock and the target finder. It's a little bit more rush happy than normal. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If there's any assault rifle you want to see diamond or see a gameplay of diamond, let me know in the comments below. As always, hope you guys have a wonderful evening and see you on the battlefield. Peace.